What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Instant Boxing. I'm your host, Albert Baker. Follow us on Instagram at Instant Boxing, on Twitter at Instant Boxing, and myself on Twitter at The Albert Baker. Let's get ready for another week. This week, Showtime held a huge press conference in order to announce their 2018 lineup of fights of fighters that this tweet right here already summed it up for me for the year. Already. Now, there were some good fights, don't get me wrong, but a lot of these are a little bit of ho-hum fights. Let's go down the list a little bit of what they've got going on. First off, you got Garcia Rio. Now, this is a good fight. I don't think that either of these two are going to be the preeminent or dominant welterweight. They may be able to pick up a title here or there in the future, but let's be honest. The vast majority of people in popular opinion is that Danny Garcia is going to get in the trenches and fight a war with Rios that's going to give Rios opportunities to land. This fight's going to be exciting in the early goings, and then Garcia is going to realize that he's going to have to box from the outside, do that. It's going to be a war of attrition. I think Rios has a little bit too many miles on him. Garcia is going to start wearing him down at the end and possibly win by TKO. I definitely don't see that fight going the distance. I think it's going to end a little bit early. Next up, you have one of the only fights that I'm really looking forward to on this entire lineup, which is Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. The Bomb Squad versus Kong. Now, this is a fight that interested me more the first time it was made, not so much the second time it was made, because following the first time it was made, Luis Ortiz tested positive for substances that he didn't list on substances that he was taking. Now, it was a blood pressure medication that he had a prescription for, but why not list it? There's a lot of different reasons why fighters, or not just specifically fighters, but athletes don't list certain types of medications on forms like this because they're commonly used as masking agents. Myself, I'm not too keen on fighters that use performance-enhancing drugs, and the reason for it, this isn't baseball, this isn't hockey, this isn't football or cycling, this is fighting. You are literally trying to punch another man out of consciousness. And when you take something to enhance yourself, you turn your body into a weapon instead of just being a normal human body. So as the body wears and progresses throughout a fight to tire, your body does not do that in the same manner because you have substances inside you that enhance it. Hence the term performance-enhancing drug. I didn't make that up. You have Jamal versus Hugo Santino Jr. This is a good showcase for Charlo. Santino Jr., this is kind of a last call for alcohol on are you going to ever win a title. Unfortunately, it's coming against one of the Charlo twins. You also have Mikey Garcia versus who gives a shit. They also had Adrien Broner against Omar Figueroa. This is an interesting fight to me. It's not a great fight, but it's an interesting fight. This is a fight where Broner, if he can show some activity, can really shine because Figueroa, he's an inside guy. He's going to smother, he's going to punch, he's going to be active the entire time. Broner, who's an excellent counterpuncher, but is way past his better days, unfortunately, because he's still a really young guy, but obviously that, you know, that life that he's living is starting to catch up with him. At least that's the appearance. And that's the perception, and perception is reality.
Perception is the key to transformation.
That's what he's showing us all, that Broner doesn't really have the chops no more because that he's given his chops to his personal life. Figueroa is going to get inside, he's going to smother. Will Broner have the stamina and the heart, really, to train his ass off to be able to counter the shit out of Omar Figueroa on the inside? If he can do that, I'll buy that Broner is back.
I'm thinking I'm back.
If he can't, well, Broner's going to be one of those guys that turns into a name on a resume. Second fight that I'm actually really looking forward to out of these announcements, Adonis Stevenson versus Badou Jack. This is really a great fight, actually, because now we're going to get to see, hey, Badou Jack, he was an excellent super middleweight took on George Groves, beat him. He had one loss that was kind of a freak loss. You know, the guy got caught cold and got knocked out. But he bounced back from that loss and had really entertaining wins following that. Badou Jack is one of my favorite fighters to watch. Not necessarily my favorite fighter because he's a really quiet guy, although I do kind of like that humble quietness about him. But he's really entertaining to watch. The guy has serious skill. He's got serious speed. He has excellent punch selection. He's really accurate. He's entertaining to watch in the ring. He's what a real boxing fan of the sport, the sweet science of boxing. Badou Jack possesses all those traits. Adonis Stevenson is raw power. This guy, he's a brute. He's a beast. He's an animal. He doesn't have super great punch selection. He does have some speed behind him, but he's got that ability to just put you to bed with one shot. So I'm really interested to see if, okay, we know Badou Jack can be knocked out, although he has taken some good shots from Groves and other fighters following his knockout loss. Will he be able to take a shot now that he's a newer light heavyweight against a guy like Adonis Stevenson? That's a question that I would like an answer to, and hopefully we get it that night. Leo Santa Cruz versus Abner Matthysse, Part 2. It's not Santa Cruz versus Frampton, but Matthysse does hold the WBA title. So that's on the line. It's in LA, so the battle for Los Angeles is on the line. Both these guys have huge local fan bases. I'm not too sure. Nope, I'm pretty sure. This fight really doesn't mean much to anybody other than maybe Matthysse fans. Yeah, or Santa Cruz's fans. But I think they've already seen this movie and know how it ends. June 16th, you know what's happening. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Errol Spence and to the United States of Spence. That is the next great American superstar. And if you don't think so, I'm going to break into your house. I'm going to set your DVR to record every single fight that he's ever been on. I'm going to download a whole catalog of all of his career and amateur fights and put it right on top of your desktop so that you're forced to watch Errol Spence until you agree with me.
What do you mean you don't agree with me?
Okay, maybe I won't go that far, but you should do yourself a favor and catch this guy fight if you haven't seen him fight. This is a big thing in the making. It's early going, but the end of the early going part is coming and the reign of Spence is about to commence. This Saturday, June 27th at the Forum, Lucas the Machine. It's kind of hard to punch like that. Lucas the Machine Matthysse coming in against Tewa Karam from Thailand. He's a Thai fighter. Yeah. Jorge Linares coming back. Quick turnaround. Going to be facing Filipino fighter trained at the wild card, Mercito Gesta. Mercito Gesta. It's kind of a cool name to say. It rolls up the tongue. Mercito. Mercito. No mercy. Gesta. Ah, I see what you did there. Mercito. Mercito. No mercy. Sharp as attack. Gesta hasn't fought anywhere near the level of competition that Linares has or anywhere near the level of competition that Linares is. So it's just hard to see him winning the fight. Might be competitive for a few rounds, but Linares' skill and ability to adapt is probably going to wind up overcoming, I'm going to say, about 7-8. And then it's going to be all Linares down from there. There's going to be a lot of good undercard action. I'm going to bring you some video from that. We're going to edit, chop it all up. And then I'm going to get you some nice snazzy interviews. And we're going to package it, wrap it all up. I'm going to tickle it like this. And I'm going to put a little bow on it. Because that's how you tie a bow. And I'm going to send it through the interwebs right into your ear and eye holes. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Instant Boxing. We'll see you guys next week.